Background noise because I am currently outside at my shoe job right now. It's completely dead right now. Nobody is here except for me and my lonesome. So I figured right now probably be a good time to talk about this particular subject about this movie, this highly anticipated film. I don't know if I can say highly anticipated, but very much looking forward to Exorcist Believer. Yes, the Exorcist Believer celebrating the 50 years of one of the greatest horror movies of all time, The Exorcist, and the trailer for The Exorcist 1973 was dropped only just a couple days ago. Now, I will say this: as much as I respect the Exorcist films, I'm not the biggest fan. I do know the first film. I know the first film very well. The first film is a classic, absolutely. And as far as I went, I heard Exorcist 2 was garbage. People tell me to check on Exorcist 3. They said Exorcist 3 was actually really damn good, especially from Brad Dourif's performance, the guy who plays Chucky. And then, of course, you had other Exorcist films from the franchise. So, but really, the Exorcist film was the first film I really went to go and watch, and that was like years ago. I went and finally watched it. But yeah, man, the trailer Exorcist Believer dropped only a couple days ago, and this is a very, very interesting, not only a very interesting project, but an interesting situation because I find out, and of course, that this is supposed to be a direct sequel to the 1973 film. Now, another requel. Another requel where they disregard all the other sequels, and this newest film is going to be a continuation of the original film. Now, I've kind of noticed that a lot of people that saw this trailer are kind of against this film. And there are plenty of reasons why. There's plenty of reasons why people are either against it, apprehensive, about it. One of the reasons that one, this is a requel. Now, granted, Exorcist 2, from what I heard, was dog shit. Dog shit. Exorcist 3 could have worked as its very own specific film. And then, of course, you had Dominion and all that stuff, and all that stuff. This is another situation where they completely cut off all the sequels and go straight to the original. Now, David Gordon Green and Danny McBride and that whole team, Christopher Nelson, they're all coming back together to do this project. Which, by the way, this project was Blumhouse paid $400 million for to get the rights to. They're all coming back to be a part of this project. Now, one, I gotta say that this is another requel to a franchise that I believe fans by now are tired of. They're tired of it. In 2018, when Halloween came out, it was kind of fresh. It was new, the whole requel situation. But then once Terminator started doing it, whole bunch of films started doing it, and every time they start to do it, they never really seem to make the mark. The only movie that really, truly, hell, you could kind of say Scream from 2022 was a requel. You can kind of say that because those really, if you really think about it, there was really hardly any mention of Scream 2 and 3. You could kind of say that was a requel of the 1996 film. And then I'm hearing that well, Nightmare on Elm Street is in development hell right now, but Nightmare on Elm Street was thinking about doing it. It's a thing now that people are kind of over at this point. And when this came out, this is gonna be another requel. The fans are like, oh, again. That's what people are asking. Why? Why are we doing this? Why leave this alone? And another problem I believe this has is the writer. Scott Teems. Now, for those who don't know who Scott Teems is, he is the man that wrote Halloween Kills, along with Dave McBride and David Gordon Green. He helped write that film. He was responsible for The Evil Dies Tonight. Now, let me tell you something, okay? I personally enjoy Halloween Kills for what it is. I personally enjoy it because I'm not like one of these bougie ass horror fans that feels like, oh my god, I need horror films that's actually intelligent and smart. No, Halloween Kills was specifically what was going to be. It says it in the title. This Halloween Kills is an old school 80s slasher film, which I guess these horror fans nowadays don't want to have anymore. They want to have these deep and thought provoking horror films, which to me is pretentious, boring shit if done right. Unless it's done right, I'm sorry. But Scott Teems wrote the film, and I've always said the weakest part of the film was the dialogue. The dialogue, the whole, the evil dies tonight, all that stuff, and all the cringy dialogue in the film that really held the movie back. Really held the movie. Even this very day, people still say evil dies tonight in a mockingly fashion. And then you got the same Scott Teems that wrote the Firestarter remake, which was a flop. Everybody hated that. Then you got Scott Teems who wrote the Insidious Red Door movie, which everybody seems to have disliked. I have yet to see the film. And anybody that knows me that knows I love the first Insidious. But they said Scott Teems was responsible for that movie failing as it did. Then you have this film, which people are kind of like, on. Like, what the fuck has Scott Teems done to have so many jobs in this horror genre? I mean, did he take a picture of Jason Blum snorting coke? Did he have Jason Blum have a picture of him doing strange things? What a person he shouldn't be doing strange things too? I don't know. But it seems very odd that Scott Teems is the one guy that's always getting these writing jobs. And even when it's proven that with all these ideas and these story concepts never work, they don't work on his part. Then you have David Gordon Green. David Gordon Green, the director of the Halloween trilogy. Now, if you go back onto my Primetime Podcast channel, when I reviewed the film, I said it once again. I'm going to say it again now. I thought the first Halloween 2018 was decent. I thought it was decent. I thought it was a good Halloween film that could have been great. It could have been great. I thought there was some missed opportunities. But I always said it was very well shot, very well made. How he used Michael was really good. There were just some things that he could have done better on. Then with Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends, especially Halloween Ends, it left fans with a poor taste in their mouth, and rightfully so. A lot of people say David Gordon Green fucked up at the end. It started off promising, but he greatly fumbled the ball long term with these movies. And like I said, I enjoy Halloween 2018. It could have been a lot better. I thought Halloween Kills was entertaining from a kill standpoint. It was definitely a step down from Halloween 2018. Halloween Ends was just really weird. I respect the Hail Mary. I respect trying something different. It just did not work for a lot of fans. Even though the trilogy has its fans, but for the most part, it missed the field goal. It missed the field goal. Throughout the trilogy, 2018 Halloween, to me, from an overall standpoint, is the better film. But shooting 1 out of 3, So fans are kind of skeptical about David Gordon Green and his involvement with these movies. And all I'll say is that David Gordon Green was announced through the Exorcist films way before Halloween Ends even started shooting. So maybe that could explain that David Gordon Green's heart wasn't really in the Halloween Ends at that point because he was so ready to want to do The Exorcist. And people just kind of having the same mentality towards David Gordon Green with the Exorcist films like they did with Halloween films. Just don't fuck it up. He didn't fuck up with Halloween 2018. For the most part, he played it safe with Halloween 2018. Can you do the same thing here? Now, as far as the trailer goes, I thought the trailer was fine. It was fine. Definitely had some good creepy moments. Definitely had some corny moments. I think what will help Halloween 2018 for the most part, I'm sorry, The Exorcist for the most part, is one, it cannot try to be the original. It cannot be the original at all. Nothing will top it. Nothing. The original 73 film is a classic. It's a classic. It's kind of like with Jaws and Jaws 2. Or Halloween 2, the original Halloween. Just be a nice, solid sequel. Just be a good, solid sequel. Hell, David Gordon Green, do what you did with Halloween 2018. Just play it safe. Don't piss fans off. David Gordon Green can direct the film. He can also have direct shots. Make it completely well made. And just pretty much make the fans go, okay, that was good. Didn't knock my socks off, but it was good. And that's what happened with Halloween 2018. Halloween 2018, a good majority of Halloween fans went away with it, saying to themselves, for the most part, good. Good job. Now, what he does with the other movies remains to be seen. But I believe that should be the goal. If it's Halloween 2018, then it should work. Now, the trailer. Like I said, I thought the trailer was fine for the most part. Here's the thing. I am the type of horror fan that loves the unknown, not really knowing what's going to happen, keeping things a mystery, not showing a whole lot. Look at the original 1974 Exorcist trailer. Not the original, but the actual theatrical trailer. But if you want to look at the original trailer, go right ahead. Probably one of the most terrifying trailers of all time. The original Exorcist trailer. Terrifying. But the actual theatrical trailer, what made the Exorcist so scary in that trailer was, well, one, with the trailer, you barely see anything. You hardly see a thing. Maybe little quick snippets here and there, but you don't see a damn thing. When you get the shot of Chris McNeil walking into Reagan's bedroom, and it's like a freeze frame on her face, and you only see a little bit of Reagan's face, but a lot of it is just you just see random shit happening. You gotta see the movie to see what happens. And in the very original Exorcist trailer, you just see flashes of Reagan's face, a Pazuzu, all that stuff. Very creepy shit. When it's up to the fans' imagination, it's much more effective. With this trailer, even though I get it, I get it. Okay, you gotta. And even Jason Blum and them said this, that look, the reason why we show a lot in the trailer is to get people in the seats, which I completely understand. You got a movie to promote, you got a movie to sell. I understand all of that. But I seriously hope that they didn't show everything in the trailer. I hope they did not show the best bits in the trailer. That was my problem, particularly with the Halloween 2018 trailer. That was my problem, that they showed the best bits in the trailer. Specifically the scene when Michael Myers kills Vicky. You know, when she tries to close the door and she opens it, there's Michael right there. That's the very last shot of the trailer. That should have been saved for the movie. How much more impactful that scene would have been if we never saw it or we never seen it. I know why they put it in the trailer. I completely understand that. But some things should be just left for the movie. And I just hope that the trailer didn't show everything. You know, and that's what made the 1974 Exorcist film so scary, was because it wasn't about, you know, Reagan and the turning head, spitting vomit, stabbing herself with the cross. It wasn't about that. It was a character-driven film. It was about the build-up. It was about getting to know Chris McNeil. It was about getting to know the priest. It was and the build-up to that possession. It wasn't about the scares. It was about the build-up to the scare that made the movie so impactful. And hopefully, and David Gordon Green has said that he is going to try to make this as close to the original as he possibly can. Will he be able to do that? He said the same thing with Halloween 2018. Will he be able to do that? So I just hope that I know I sound old, like James, that's not how movies are made in 2023. I get it. But this is supposed to be a direct sequel to the first film. Then make it like that. Okay, hopefully when the movie comes out, it is a character-driven film where we get to take the time to know the characters. We get to take the time to know the little girls for the possession. Where we get to take the time to know the parents. And people are complaining about the mom coming back. Look, why is she coming back? It doesn't make sense. To me, it makes sense her coming back here than Marilyn Chambers and Sheriff Brackett coming back in Halloween Kills. And Lindsay and Tommy. And Halloween Kills, you could tell that was just strictly fan service. Because you didn't really need them in Halloween Kills. If you really look at Halloween Kills again, did you really need Tommy? Did you really need Lindsay? Did you really need Marilyn? No, they were there for fan service. Here, the mother coming back makes sense because she's an expert. It happened to her daughter. She could help out. Makes sense to me. Now, will Reagan be in the movie? Linda Blair? I did hear that she was filming a couple scenes. Maybe she'll probably be the hook to bring people in for the second film, because there's going to be a trilogy. By the way, it's going to be a trilogy. So maybe she'll be the hook for the later films down the road. But I don't know, man. I just hope Blumhouse doesn't drop the ball with this one like they did with Halloween. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the situation. I know Paul is not looking forward to it. He saw the trailer. He thinks it looks like garbage. For the most part, fans say this movie looks like garbage. But let me know what your guys' thoughts. How y'all feel about the Exorcist Believer trailer and the Exorcist franchise as a whole? Are you looking forward to it? Do you think this movie will suck? Let me know your guys' thoughts. Hit the like and subscribe button and leave your thoughts in the comment section. And I'm very curious to know your guys' thoughts on this. We will see when it comes out October 13th. I think it's gonna be released in theaters and in Peacock. So we will find out very, very soon. So I'm Primetime James Thomas from Primetime Movie Network, and I am out. Peace.